There's still a few seats available, but today, Friday, is the deadline, absolute deadline to be able to get seats. You can go to our website. That's rucobaseball.org, RUCOBASEBALL.org, and then you can just navigate through there to the banquet, and there'll be pay options there that you can actually pay online. So, that makes it a little bit easier for everybody now, and we looks like we're going to have another great crowd tonight, Monday night. But we're highlighted with a great speaker this year. We're going to have a familiar face, Dan Shurka, head coach at Murray State, fresh off his College World Series. Of course, it was a quick visit for him, but hey, they made it, and but he's got a great night planned for us. He's going to be a part of our program, and then of course he'll have his presentation too. But if you're interested, the cost of the banquet is $30 for adults, $20 if it's 18 and under. We're going to be honoring the 4-time state champion Eagleville High School baseball team, and we're also going to be honoring another Little League baseball team that won a state tournament this year. Their 13U team won a state tournament this year. So we've got a great night, and Monty, I guess we can get into some of the awards and stuff as we get along through the show.
All right. Well, I think about this group. Of course, now it was, me and you're on up there in years, but we weren't quite part of the early groups before we started going to them. But it's amazing how much this has grown. I remember when it was out at the Rutherford County Sportsman Club, and there might be 15, 20 people, and they bring the MTSU baseball team in, kind of roast them a little bit. The kind of the format, and everything has kind of changed since then. And but boy, it's really grown. You mentioned 52 years. That's a whole lot of years.
Yeah, that's 52 years of just Hall of Fame inductions. The actual organization has been around for 54 years. They spent the first 2 years just kind of building some people that I think they started off. It's kind of funny you mentioned that to start off, Monty, because we're starting to do some research because we don't have any old records to go back on as far as like we have now, board members and chairman of the board and all that kind of stuff. But what we do have, which is really neat, we have every single sign-in book, and having you that you've been there and actually you're also a member of the Hall of Fame that everybody needs to know. You and your dad were both inducted in the same year, and we have every single sign-in book from every single banquet that they've had. And we're in the process of doing a lot of digging and researching with the Rutherford County Historical Society and with a lot of the few old-timers that was there with the early years to try to, kind of get some information. And so I'm asking, too, while we're doing the show, anybody that knows some information, please reach out and contact us. But we believe that the very first chairman of the board, it looks like it may have been John Jolly. He was a big part of it, and another gentleman named Sam Lassiter, and I'm sure those are names that people will remember. But the format's changed quite a bit over the years. We've brought in a lot of different awards and stuff that we give now, and of course, it's still our big thing now is still the Hall of Fame induction. But yeah, we have a nice dinner, and now when back in the old day, if you'll remember, it wasn't nothing but just a barbecue sandwich and some potato salad and maybe some baked beans.
Yeah, and I have one story I remember, and it was kind of they fed. This is back when Dr. Joe Nunley was very involved in it. Everybody remembers him, Harold Smith, guys like that, and they would always bring the team out there, and it was like right before Cumberland back then a lot, and Cumberland gave middle fits.
They sure did.
I mean, they were NIA champs or NAI top 5, and a lot of people might remember J. Hawk Owens. He went by J. Owens then.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And of course, J. Hawk, he ended up playing left field as a freshman. Then he was a catcher, drafted by the Rockies, and just a really good player. And they got riding him. He had struck out 4 times in a game against Cumberland, and they gave him a boat oar. And they all thought it was funny. Jay found no humor in it at all. He was so pissed.
Yeah, I would have been too.
But he had a good term ago. He had a great career, and I don't know. It was golly, it was so many years on down the road when he was coaching at the Chattanooga Lookouts.
Yeah,
I came in there and introduced myself to him. Reintroduced myself. I covered about every game he played, and he goes, "I know you, don't I? Didn't you?" I went, "Yeah, you played at Middle. I covered all your games for the paper." He goes, "Yeah, I knew you." And it was funny, but he was all serious, so he didn't find a lot of humor in it, but they did. Now they would roast them guys. Some of them laughed, some of them didn't.
Oh yeah. No, that's exactly right.
I remember Coach Pete had a saying. He said, I remember he told them one time they were going to Lafayette to play the Raging Cajuns. He said, "Boys," he goes, "if your feelings get hurt easy, you're going to come home with hurt feelings." So,
oh, he was good. He was good with them. He was good with them one-liners.
Oh, he sure was. All righty, you're listening to All Sports Talk. Eddie Taylor with the Rutherford County Baseball Old Timers Association joining us. Their banquet is Tuesday night. You can still go to rucobaseball.org or com. Eddie?
Yeah, I'm here.
Is it ruco.org?
Oh, it's Ruco. Yeah, like it's RUCO, such as Rutherford County. rucobaseball.org, and it's Monday night, not Tuesday night, Monty.
Okay, Monday night.
Yeah.
All right. Well, again, you can still get tickets at it. It's a fun event. All right, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Are you paying too much for home and auto insurance? Let the experienced professionals at My Team Insurance in Murfreesboro help. With decades of experience, their team provides superior customer service, low rates, and a clear understanding of your coverage needs. Whether it's home, auto, health, business, or life insurance, My Team Insurance makes protection simple and affordable. Visit myteaminsurance.com today. That's myteaminsurance.com. My Team Insurance, proud supporters of the Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack. Give me a call at 615-890-0850, and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack. Give me a call at 615-890-0850, and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
Whether you need general vehicle upkeep and maintenance or a complete vehicle overhaul, Hall's Auto Care is here for you. We're locally owned and operated by Greg Hall and have been in business since 2014. You'll get excellent service and trustworthy advice with Hall's Auto Care. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. We're ready to help get you safely on the road. Hall's Auto Care, 907 Ridgely Road, just off Broad Street behind Chili's. Online at hallsautocare.net. Hall's Auto Care.
Sign-ups are going on right now for First Shot's Winter Basketball League in Rutherford County. Coach Andy Herzer guides kids to sharpen basketball skills and build teamwork through exciting clinics and games. Since 2003, First Shot has empowered youth to grow in mind, spirit, and body. Don't miss out. Join the fun and develop lifelong skills. Visit firstshottn.org today and register for the Winter Basketball League. That's firstshottn.org.
Hi, I'm Wade Hayes, owner of Toots Good Food and Fun. I strongly believe that volunteers make a positive difference in the quality of life here in our community.
Francella Salas of Redstone Federal Credit Union is a steady force behind the downtown revival in Murfreesboro. As past chair of Main Street Murfreesboro, Francella's leadership helped shape a more vibrant, connected community. Today, she remains deeply involved, championing local business and cultural growth with heart and vision. Thank you, Francella Salas.
At Toots, we strongly believe that it's important for every one of our citizens to give some of their time and talent back into the community. And we want to honor these individuals with a Toots gift certificate good at any of our Rutherford County locations. 860 Northwest Broad Street, on Church Street in the Barfield area, in Smyrna on Sam Ridley, and Toots West on Franklin Road at Rucker Lane.
Good afternoon. There's a car up against a wall. He's in a terrible spot, 440 westbound near Murphy Road. It's already heavy with that volume on that side of town anyway. Headed towards I-40, 65 carrying a heavy volume of traffic right now northbound up through the Madison area, just trying to get up past that Rivergate Parkway area and that mess up there as it loads up now 24 east out through Antioch towards Murfreesboro. Hey, when you need dependable towing for your car and truck, call STR Towing and Recovery. I'm Commander Chuck, your on-time traffic.
It's all sports talk from the Good Neighbor Network, FM 1019, 100.5, AM 1450, wgnsradio.com, and Big G TV.
Welcome back to All Sports Talk. Eddie Taylor joined us today, talking baseball and specifically the Rutherford County Old Timers. Let's talk about the folks that are going in and getting inducted this year.
All right, that's we've got a nice evening planned. We've got the new award we started a couple of years ago. It was called the Murfreesboro, or not the Murfreesboro. It was called the Mr. Baseball Award, and the first recipient was Jack Jolly. And then after we had presented him with that, we renamed it to the Jack Jolly Mr. Baseball Award. Last year, Dick Palmer was the recipient of that, and this year we've got a fellow that I know everybody's gonna know when I say this name, and first thing out of your mouth is going to be, boy, he is more deserving than anybody. But this award is it's like a lifetime achievement award. It's really a highlight award that we do now. It's one of our most prestigious awards we give, but it's going to Mr. Coon Victory out of Smyrna, and Coon has been, it's amazing how much Coon has done in his lifetime with baseball, sports, and even outside of sports. He's got several awards that have his name on it, affiliated with not only just with sports but volunteer work and stuff. But of course, Coon is he's one of our Hall of Fame members, been in the Hall of Fame for many years. And this is kind of just a lifetime achievement award, and I couldn't think of anybody more deserving this year than to have Coon be that. And Dick Palmer is going to be doing the introduction and presentation of Coon this year, so that ought to be a really good time for his presentation to Coon.
Yeah, Coon's a great guy, and he's one of those guys. if middle baseball needed something, nobody had to ask him. He just went and got it.
Oh yeah,
You
and
know,
he of course he played at middle as well.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, he's been a mainstay in sports in this community, this county, in this state for a long time.
Yeah.
But
It's a well-deserved honor, as it was with Mr. Palmer, and then Jack Jolly. Boy, I got some stories with him.
ain't that the truth? I spent on the radio.
No, I spent a week with him in Murray, Kentucky, for the OVC tournament, and a lot of that cannot be divulged at this point in time.
Not on a PG rated radio
That's
station.
Exactly. Bless Coach Jolly.
Yeah, but we're also something we started new is that we've been honoring all of our all-state players in Rutherford County and any Mr. Baseball award winner that we get. We didn't have a Mr. Baseball award winner this year, but we did have a Mr. Baseball finalist, Brady Burns from Eagleville. He was one of the players that has been on that four-time state championship team. Started off when he was a freshman, but we did have several all-state players from Rutherford County this year. We're going to be honoring them. It was Brady Burns, Brody Gleason, and from Eagleville, and Madden Bowden from Eagleville, and then Liam Goodhart from Riverdale, Mitchell Coons from Murfreesboro Central Magnet, and Ryan Russell from Siegel. So we are the all-state teams this year was well represented with Rutherford County people.
Yeah, and you mentioned you're going to nominate some teams, and you had the 13-year-old team that won the state. Those are hard to do at that age. You're dealing with young guys, parents, trying to shuffle pitching staffs and things like that. But, when I look at Eagleville, at least covering baseball, I've been around it a lot. We've played it a lot. You're getting into 4 in a row. You're getting into Knoxville Farragut territory. And when you mention them, when you're mentioned in the same breath as Knoxville Farragut, you're talking about an elite premier program in the state of Tennessee.
Absolutely. And that Eagleville tied Farragut's record of 4 in a row. But what was really ironic that this past year, Farragut has now done it twice by winning four state championships in a row, as they had won it this past year as well. So, Eagleville tied them. They're the only 2 schools that can lay claim to having 4 in a row or winning 4 in a row.
They had to put the rally caps on in the last one.
Yeah, they did.
But they were a fun bunch to watch, and like I said, it's hard to win one. Let's face it. Let's face it. I mean, Siegel won one, Laverne won one. Riverdale's been there a bunch and's never won one.
That's true.
Central Madnic's been there; they've never won one. And Oakland's won back-to-back ones. But so it's just hard to win one. And then you go back-to-back, and then you go back-to-back-to-back, and then you win 4 in a row. You've got a great culture there. Because,
absolutely.
And the thing about it is, these guys play other sports.
Yeah.
They're not confined to just playing baseball. They play other sports. And that kind of debunks the theory that you've got to play one sport.
Yeah, especially when you're at a small school like Eagleville. They almost have to have multi-sport athletes there to be able to be competitive and to field teams sometimes.
Yeah. And they're pretty competitive about everything they do. And,
you know, the thing about Brandon Basham at Eagleville, he has absolutely, you know, like you said, he's developed a culture that has developed into something incredible. Brady Burns is my cousin, and of course I'm kind of closer to that program watching him play. But what I have seen and saw it at the state tournament and home games too, and Brandon and I talked about this. He's got young kids. He's got elementary school kids that are coming to these games and just and basically idolizing these high school players, much like we used to do major league players when we were kids. And these are the kids that want to develop and be just like their heroes that are in the high school. And it's just an incredible atmosphere out there. And he told me this year in their baseball camp, I think it was the largest that they had ever had kids coming to their camp during the summer. Mm-hmm. I can't remember what he said. I think he told me it was either in the 60s or the 70s is how many kids they had at his camp.
Wow. Yeah, he's a fun guy to talk to.
Oh, yeah, he's a great guy.
I asked him after he got 3, I said, well, you got 4 in you? He was, I don't know, we'll try.
Well, he's got a good pitching staff coming back on this team. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag about how good he's going to be for 2026, but I do know his pitching is going to be pretty good. I probably just jinxed him.
All righty, you listen to All Sports Talk. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Chip Walters, he'll join us with the Blue Raider Insider Report. We'll take that break right now and be right back.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net.
Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home has served honoring every life with dignity through traditional services, cremation options, and pre-planning that gives you peace of mind. For over 140 years, we've been here when it matters most. Visit JenningsandAyers.com. Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home, honoring life and comforting families since 1880.
Clark's Auction Company will get you top dollar for your property.
Auctions are easy, fast, and profitable.
You have a staff that comes to your home. They walk you through it. It's been my experience. What I thought I should get for my home, I got much more for it.
Call Parks Auction and Realty or visit parksauction.com.
Clark's Auction Company will get you top dollar for your property.
Parks Auction Company, committed to auction excellence.
Sold it to you, 27.5.
Next on All Sports Talk, it's the Blue Raider Insider Report with Chip Walters of Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. And if your ears are still ringing, it's because you were probably at the MTSU men's basketball game today. It was Education Day with over 6,000 elementary school kids from across Rutherford County, and boy, did they make a great atmosphere, and the Blue Raider men opened their season with a very decisive 100-51 win over Milligan. The Blue Raiders wasted no time, jumping out to a 22-0 lead in the first 7 minutes. Kamari Lands opened up the scoring with a three-pointer, followed by a putback dunk by Torrey Alston and another long-range shot from Chris Loof. MTSU's defense stifled the Buffaloes, not allowing a field goal for the first 7 minutes and 2 seconds of the first half. Lands led the way with a career-high 21 points on 9 of 12 shooting, adding 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. Loof posted his first career double-double with 10 points, including a perfect 2 of 2 from 3 and 12 rebounds. Alec Oglesby and Savon Weichel chipped in 10 points apiece, while sophomore guard Javin Carter, impressive in his debut with 12 points and a career-best 8 assists. As a team, the Blue Raiders shot 51% from the floor and 41.5% from beyond the arc, draining 17 threes on the day. Defensively, they limited Milligan to 27% shooting and 18% from 3. After the game, Coach Nick McDevitt.
I was really happy, obviously, with the result of the game. But first off, just wanted to say what an awesome environment that was with all the county school young kids in here. It's a fun day. It's a loud day. 1,000 kids in here. Hopefully they had fun. I know our players have fun on this game every year. Appreciate Coach Robinson and the folks from Milligan, and their willingness to play an early tip so that we can get the school kids back to their school and home. But a good way to start off the season. I was really proud of our guys. The respect level of Milligan and their program. We talked about how Coach Robinson does a terrific job with his group year in and year out, but also to approach the game and have some confidence about the way we're going to play, but not arrogance. Sometimes you can approach a game where you know that you're a little bigger in size and perhaps a little bit more athletic, and your approach is bad, and all of a sudden you look up at the scoreboard and it's a closer game than perhaps you thought it might be. I thought our approach was good. I thought late in the game we didn't see guys play selfish. Sometimes you can see that when the spread gets to where it was, that guys start playing sloppy and playing me ball. I thought we stayed settled, had 22 assists on 37 made baskets, and got a great win.
Next up for the Raiders, a home matchup as they will take on Webster at 6:30 on Saturday. By the way, buy a football ticket, get in the basketball game free. Lady Raider basketball on the road to St. Louis, Missouri to take on the Billikens. That'll be on Thursday at 4 p.m. Central Time. The game will air on the Blue Raider Network and right here on WGNS beginning at 3:30 with Joe Fisher and his countdown to tip-off. You can catch all the action, again, right here. Also, men's tennis will be represented at the 2025 ITA Masters Championships as Andre Horak and Kareem Alameen head west to compete in one of college tennis's premier fall events held November 6 through 9 in San Diego. That's it for me today. We'll have another update tomorrow here on WGNS.
It's all sports talk from the Good Neighbor Network, FM 1019, 100.5, AM 1450, WGNSradio.com, and Big G TV.
Welcome back to All Sports Talk. Joined today by Eddie Taylor with the Rutherford County Old Timers Baseball Association. I don't know what, my days are mixed up. I said, this is a Friday, actually. This is a Wednesday, and this show is running as we speak right now. All right, Eddie, let's talk about the inductees.
All right. This year, we've got a good class going in. Our nominees this year, and on the ballot, our nominees can stay on the ballot 3 years, and then they roll off and can be renominated again after being off for a year. But this year's nominees on the ballot was Bryce Brents. Of course, Bryce played at MTSU, and he's now one of the softball coaches for the MTSU women's softball team. Craig Maynard, who was a standout player with MTCS. A gentleman named David Price. Y'all may have heard of him at some point in time, of course, from Blackman High School. Kevin Snell from Eagleville High School. Coach Mike Bartlett, who has been at many different schools. Mike Stacy, one of the old Oakland High School players. and Ryan Boyer. Those were our nominees. And this year's inductees, it's Coach Mike Bartlett will be going in, Bryce Brents, and David Price. Those are our 3 inductees for this year from our Hall of Fame.
All right. Well, of course, David Price, saved World Series game, made a lot of money, pitched at Vanderbilt, number 1 pick by the Rays, had a really, really nice career. Then you had Bryce. He, sometimes you get in the wrong organization, and the Red Sox had a bunch of outfielders, but he was still a supplemental first-round pick, played in the major leagues.
Yep.
And
a side note to that, Monty, is for a short time, Bryce and David were actually teammates in Boston.
Right, yeah. Absolutely. And you had one more. Who was that?
The other one is Coach Mike Bartlett.
Coach Bartlett, great guy. He always so nice to me. So I assume he was nice to everybody. But you
might find some players that might disagree with you.
Right. But he, in this day and age, when I started out in the newspaper business, if somebody played tiddlywinks, the newspaper covered it. Well, now it just don't work that way.
No, it sure don't.
I mean, just too many schools, too many of this, too many of that. So I know what we try to do. We look and, okay, where's a district game? And okay, we'll do this, we'll do that. And every time we went and covered Mike, win or lose, he'd say, hey, thanks for coming. He goes,
yep.
He goes, I know you got a lot of options out there.
Yep.
And, I always appreciated that class act. And, but, boy, he was a great coach. And before he ever even got to Rutherford County, coaching football and baseball, but boy, he did some great baseball things in building that program at Stewart's Creek.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he's still around, and I was glad to see him get elected this year, because he had been on the ballot 2 years and had just missed being elected last year. I think it was less than 5 votes that kept him on in the fourth position. Of course, we only do 3, so he's received a lot of votes ever since he's been on the ballot.
I'm pulling my buddy Stacy in the future. He's got some pretty funny Coach Jolly stories, by the way.
Yeah, I heard a good one the other night. That's one of those that would be great at the banquet, but probably not suitable for radio.
Yeah, he Mike, he had his senior year, all he did was pitch.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd go out and put his, he had a great senior year, went on to Roan or Walter State. I can't remember which one. And, but he'd just sit right there with Coach Jolly, and he goes, boy, it was all I could do to control myself from laughing. It was just them in there talking most of the time. And speaking of Jolly, I covered the last game he ever played.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and he had a particular player couldn't find his glove. Well, you can imagine how that went. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, that didn't end. That wasn't.
No, it wasn't pretty. He might as well have been coaching in the 70s.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! But also, Monty, since we're talking about Coach Bartlett and Coach Jolly, and I don't want to miss mentioning these gentlemen's names either. But we also honor our middle school and our high school coach of the year each year. And those nominees this year for middle school was Andrew Gannon from Siegel Middle School, Dalton Smith from Oakland Middle, and Dustin Stem from Blackman Middle. Dustin won the middle school coach of the year last year. And then our high school nominees this year was Brad Frazier with Blackman High School, Brandon Bassham with Eagleville, and Craig Rivas with Siegel. Last year, Brandon was the recipient of that. And this is the only award that we keep to ourselves until the night of the banquet. We kind of want to leave that as a suspense type winner, and that's the only thing that's not advertised as far as who wins until the night of the banquet. But I wanted to make sure we threw that in there since we was talking about our coaches.
So, anything else you need to add?
Well, I would probably be in trouble if I didn't mention our board members. We have increased our size of our board just simply because our organization continues to grow with a lot more activities coming to be able to feed back into Rutherford County and everything. But our board members currently, myself, the chairman of the board, Bart Fight is the co-chairman, or the vice chairman, I mean. And then Kevin Mayfield, who is our secretary/treasurer, he's the glue that holds us all together. I'm not sure what kind of shape we would be in without Kevin Mayfield. And then we have Craig Maynard, Darnell Spann, George Hockenberry, Greg Jones, Jim McGuire, Joe McHenry, Mike Jones, Mike Tobit, Miles Lane, and Steve Harris. We've got a mixture of some Hall of Famers on the board and some future Hall of Famers, and we've got a tremendous board that really works hard, and this is all volunteer. There's no paychecks for these guys, and they volunteer their time to do this. And then we also have a senior board that has got some Hall of Famers in it, but our senior advisory board is Jeff Hamlin, Coon Victory, Larry Stewart, Mike Jones. No, it's not the same Mike Jones that's on the board, but they are related. Newton Malloy and Perry Lyons. And we've just got a tremendous board on both our senior board and our other board. And I'm very proud to be a part of this with them and can't brag enough about them.
And where is the event Monday night?
It's going to be at the Lane Agri Park, the Agricultural Center, out on John R. Rice Boulevard, just right past Sam's Club. A lot of people will be familiar. This will be the fourth year that we've been in this location, and we're hopefully about to outgrow it next. But the capacity there is a little over 200, and we were right at capacity last year, and I feel like we're going to be right at capacity again this year. But it's in the very back of the property, and we have signs out that say Rutherford County Baseball Organization. It's got arrows on it. Will direct you all the way back to the very back building, but most people will recognize it as where the farmers market is hosted on Tuesdays and Fridays during the spring, summer, and fall.
Okay. And what time's dinner served?
We try to start our program at 5:45. The doors open at 5 for hospitality, or for we call it a social hour. where that's where a lot of the lies and stories are told. And then we try to start our program a little early, but we try to start eating at 6 o'clock, as close to 6 o'clock as we can. And usually, banquet will, with all the festivities and everything, we're usually out of there by 8:15, 8:20, which it makes for a very nice evening.
All right. Sounds like a big night as always. Eddie, always good to talk to you.
Monty, you too. Of course, you and I, man, we've been friends since we were kids, and I always enjoy being on your show for whatever topic we want to talk about, but I always enjoy being here, and I appreciate you having me today.
All right. Appreciate it, Eddie. It's Eddie Taylor with the Rutherford County Old Timers Baseball Association joining us today. We're going to take our final break, and we'll be right back.
If someone asked, "What's your more?" would you be surprised? Well, at First Bank, knowing your more is where we start. Whether it's seeing your kid's college graduation, seeing the world, or seeing the ocean from your patio, your more helps us see who you are. That's why First Bank offers you more time, more access to local lenders and leaders, more answers, and more products. So tell us, what's your more? First Bank. Bank local. Get more. Member FDIC.
People are putting hardwood throughout the whole house.
Andrew Young with City Tile and Floor Covering.
Make your house a wow house. City Tile and Floor.
A little bit healthier where wood is, carpet holds dirt and debris, and hardwood is a lot easier to keep clean.
Murfreesboro City Tile and Floor Covering can add wow to your home.
They're getting a hard surface and not carpet.
City Tile and Floor Covering, 223 South Spring Street.
This is Wade Hayes from Toots Restaurants, and our family is just honored and blessed to be part of this community for 40 years.
Hi, this is Nick Hayes with Toots Restaurants. After 40 years, we still got them. $6.99 daily lunch specials. Stop by Toots.com and check them out.
Thank you for dining with us since 1985.
Thank you, Rutherford County.
Thank you for dining with us for 40 years.
Good food and fun. Toots. Good food and fun.
When it comes to your home, memories and sentimental value are priceless. Farrah Construction can remodel your home or can update your kitchen, bath, or other rooms. I'm Ron Hall. If you can dream it, Farrah Construction can turn it into reality. Call Farrah Construction at 615-893-6120. That's Farrah Construction. I'm Ron Hall. Shop local. Let our family business help you. Farrah Construction Company.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Dan Byer.
The Arizona Cardinals placed quarterback Kyler Murray on injured reserve today, so he's going to miss the next 4 games with a foot injury that's already kept him out of action recently. Here's head coach Jonathan Gannon.
Right now, what he's going to concentrate on is getting healthy. He's not healthy enough to play. He needs to get healthy so he can get back to playing football.
Houston Texans ruled quarterback C.J. Stroud out for their Week 10 matchup against Jacksonville because of his concussion. 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy was limited in practice today, while Rams head coach Sean McVay says he expects wide receiver Puka Nacua to play against the Niners on Sunday despite a rib injury. Some notable running backs to sit out workouts today include Bills running back James Cook, Panthers tailback Rico Dowdle, and Patriots running back Ramondre Stevenson. Bill Belichick, one of 9 semifinalists from the coaching category to possibly be enshrined into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Austin Reeves out for the Lakers tonight. Warriors won't have Jimmy Butler.
Hey, this is Dan with Music World and Drummers Den. Come in for guitars, keyboards, drums. We have you covered. Our prices will normally meet internet prices. We also have PA and DJ equipment. Some lights, yes, we have that covered too. You can come rent a PA and sound system, do your karaoke, and bring it back. Come see us at Music World and Drummers Den, the one-stop shop where you have everything that you might need. 2762 South Church Street, right across from the golf course.
Holden Hardware has been serving the hardware needs of this community since 1948. This is Raleigh Holden Jr. I want to thank our many customers who have helped to keep us in business all these years. I also want to invite those who may be new to this community or have not been in the store lately to visit us. Come experience a unique hardware buying atmosphere with wood floors, old furniture and fixtures, along with a helpful and knowledgeable sales staff. Holden Hardware on the west side of the public square since 1948.
Where is the best barbecue in town? In 1920, East Main. The best barbecue for miles around is in 1920, East Main. You can buy it by the pound, sandwich, platter, or plate. No matter what you choose, it will taste great. You can come with a friend, by yourself, or with a date. Just Slick Pig Barbecue. Barbecue pork, beef, or chicken, Brunswick stew, great sides, lunch specials, down-home atmosphere, and they cater. Slick Pig Barbecue, it's the best.
This has been All Sports Talk on WGNS and Big G TV, where we hit every level of the game from the preps to MTSU across Tennessee and the nation. Thanks for tuning in to All Sports Talk from the Good Neighbor Network.